Thought I would come out and show you the garden took off while we were at the fair. And I have some produce that got picked for me while I was gone, but I bet there's a lot more in here. Of course, you can tell that I didn't get the second layer of mulch put down, especially right here by the walkway. But still less weeds than I would have had. Anyway, let's go adventure into the garden now. Kinda looks like a jungle in here. There's my first row of tomatoes. And I do see at least one. I see red. There's some more that need picked. Here's the one we saw from the end of the row. There's two of them. My one squash plant is doing very well. It has done well. We actually cut some leaves off it before fair, but obviously it's grown a bunch more. And there are some squash in there, pretty close to picking. Now there's my zucchini squash. It's doing very well. They picked a bunch of that. And then down below is my patty pan that was put in pretty late. And here's the sad peppers and beans that the deer kept eating. I'm going to look through those and see if we actually have anything going on with them. But the deer thought the beans and peppers in this section were so yummy. So there's my cucumbers climbing over the arch. And back there in the back is my pumpkin. Looks like it is doing great. And I have some pretty marigolds blooming. I put some marigolds underneath the arch and they're blooming now too. But the cucumbers have really enjoyed this arch. And then voila! There's my watermelon and my cantaloupe climbing up on theirs. They like that too. We may do an arch next year for them too. There's a closer look at the pumpkin right there, and there's a cantaloupe right next to it that's doing great. And here is a close-up of my watermelon growing up the trellis, and my cantaloupe that's going up the trellis with it. Cantaloupe really took off. There's the back side of the trellis. And there's the pumpkin climbing everywhere. There's the pumpkin. Getting all down here. And down here. Look at that. It was little when I left. It really took off. Now I haven't investigated to see if I have any actual pumpkins on it yet. I see blooms. And then of course there's the cantaloupe crawling all over on the other side of the pumpkin. And then the zucchini, which we've had a lot of zucchinis off already. That one on the other side, that summer squash is just growing crazy. And there's the back side of my cucumbers. And here's the cantaloupe growing on the fence there. And on the back you can see the tomatoes, just tall as could be. Taller than me. So there's the update on the garden. There's a little bit of everything except a very small amount of green beans and peppers, but everything else is doing great. And thanks for watching as our garden grew this summer. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show some pictures of the produce that got picked while I was gone, and what I'm going to pick today. So I appreciate you watching our videos. I hope you've enjoyed them. And so the squash that was picked while I was gone is right there. One of them, this one, I picked when I got back. The others were all while I was gone. And there's some tomatoes and peppers and a cucumber. We ate one cucumber and a couple tomatoes and a squash since we've been home. But these are all things that were picked while we were gone. And they ate a couple of tomatoes too. So there's fewer tomatoes and peppers and stuff, but that's basically what was picked while we were gone. And there's the tomatoes and peppers and things that I just picked when I was out there. And there's the squash and the cucumbers. Just down in the bottom, I don't know if you can see those. So those are all things I just picked from the garden. And of course we have our smiling cucumber that we picked after fair. It looks a little happy to me. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video of our update on our garden. And hopefully I will get another one later with some of those weeds cut down a little bit and see how it's doing later on this fall. Anyway, hope you're enjoying the videos of my garden and sharing it with me this year. And I'll talk to you next time. You guys have a great day.